Man, when Horizon Zero Dawn goes hard with its water cycle, they really do. Oh, anyway, make sure I'm recording. Cool. So, welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn again. This is going to be the last video for tonight. Then we're going to focus on the marathon for the D section tomorrow and the rest of the week. That kind of sums it up. So, let's finish this up. Make sure I'm recording. Yeah, cool. Let's go. And here comes the reuse animation for climbing the ledge. Well, if there's going to be one weak area, this is the one to do it. You don't have to put a lot of thought in this animation.
Whatever deal you worked out with him, I'll double it.
Just kill
More
him.
than double it.
No. I'm tired of this, Bahavas. The lies and the violence in your cheap-scented oils. I don't suppose you kill yourself.
I had to. I had to. Prune the weak, or all the Carja and Shadow are doomed.
This solves nothing. But may the sun find some worth among your drying bones.
Wow. He went out. He talked as he went out, like a snake.
That was quite a fireworks show.
You took your time?
You sure
I was
did.
busy. What do you think happened to Yan Shund, the other mercenary band? And I had to organize passage to Meridian for a wanted man. Give us a moment, Uthid. Girl talk. You've had quite a day.
Clearly.
I never imagined Bahavas would blunder into his own trap. His death opens up wonderful possibilities. Remember Itaman and Nasadi? The Child King and his mother guarded like hostages at Sunfall? With Bahavas gone, no one will be watching them. I want to get them out. And I could use your help.
What's in it for me?
Kidnapping the Sun King of the Shadow Karja is no small task.
It's not kidnapping. They want to go to Meridian, to safety.
How do you know that?
I've been posing as Nasadi's handmaiden. She's scared. For herself, of course, but mostly for Itaman.
Why help him?
Why do you care what happens to them?
Itaman is the Shadow Karja's figurehead. If he defects, it will remove their last trace of legitimacy. Beyond that, he's just a boy who clings to his mommy. He made a little grazer for me out of matchsticks once. It wasn't very good, but still, nobody ever made anything for me before.
That's oddly relatable.
What's going to happen to Uthid now?
Don't worry. You gave him a second life, and I'll put it to good use. He'll be welcomed in Meridian as a military advisor. Hopefully he can help Avad finish the Shadow Karja with as little bloodshed as possible.
I think there has been bloodshed. That Bahavas right up there.
What's going to happen at Sunfall now that Bahavas is dead?
Oh, it will be glorious. The priests will panic. There'll be infighting, skullduggery, and backstabbing as they wrangle for power. Best of all, they'll be distracted. Bahavas, your life brought misery, but your death is a flower that blooms in abundance.
You were very enthusiastic, and you just kind of described the plot of Game of Thrones. There's my joke.
What do you need to get Nasadi and Itaman out of Sunfall?
With Bahavas dead, Sunfall is the easy part. I'll handle that. The big fuss will be crossing the border to the Sundom. Find my friend, Three-Toe Huadiv, near the Branded Shore. I hired his crew to sweep the path, so all you have to do is wait for me.
If this Wadiv has already cleared the area, why do you need me?
Yeah.
Contingencies, little huntress. Something will go wrong, and I need protection I can count on. You.
I'll try not to disappoint.
You have not disappointed, Aloy. She keeps calling her little huntress. like a pet name. I mean, come on, guys. Venetia just seems like a lesbian. I'm calling it right then and there. I mean, Aloy has like 3 suitors in a sense. So even if she completes her quest, she has literally 3 potential love interests, possibly 4th. Just saying. Level 28. Wow, this is actually tougher than the other ones. Well, at least this is not far. And
That'll
level
help.
up. Burrito Hutley. Interesting. Is it because he has 3 toes, or what? What's up? What's this? To your port for Zero Dawn. Or you can always play Aloy's theme. That's a catchy thing.
These will keep.
Convenient that there's a save point here.
Nutritious.
High level mission, high reward.
You're 3-toe Huadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Interesting.
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. She offered us the fattest one of all, enough to retire on. It's my own damned fault for taking the bait. Should have known I'd end up with a rupture in my useful parts.
So Vanasha needed safe passage for Nasadi and Itamen, but it didn't work out?
She made it sound so sweet and easy. Find the best path to the lake, make sure it's safe. What could go wrong? Turns out, a lot. Like bloody murder in the grinding jaws of a heinous death beast.
He sounds happy.
Something attacked you from underground.
Oh, you
Propbreaker.
picked that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Carja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them. It tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking face. I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters.
Oh, can't argue with there. Interesting. He's having a horrible day, don't you think?
Vanasha will be here soon with Nasadi and Itamen. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, we didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know.
What do you know?
It has armor everywhere, a little less at the rear. And when it goes underground, it will lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
You're such a dick.
Quit dawdling, hero. That hideous thing in the pass ain't gonna fight itself.
I need to get going.
You sure do.
Alright, that's it. I'm shooting you. Of course not. The game won't even give me the satisfaction for just shooting people in the... You know where. And of course I died. It wasn't even that far down.
Quit dawdling,
I need to get going.
You sure do.
By me. Now, is there a raffle down? I guess that could work. I think I found it. Well, this thing's annoying the crap out of me. All this for Fritz. Spoil the title, Fritz. Pretty much a girl did what no man could do. Get the job done. I think the path is clear now. You know, cozy there?
By the radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock jaw would grind you up. After that miracle, all we can do is wait. Vanasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
I can't believe it was this easy. Well, not killing the Rockbreaker, that took a little time. Yes, you little piss thing, let's get going.
Ah, little huntress. Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your men, Huadiv? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before we're followed. Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection.
Clearly. Not this guy. Clearly, Aloy's one woman army. She's excellent protection. What? Oh, I clearly hear him.
Oh dear. Here come the Shadow Carja, and they're very angry with me.
You
I'll hold
think?
them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome. Huadiv, get Itaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to extract a little blood.
We're gonna be clearly place trap in the canyon. I mean, we could do that.
Some traps would be nice.
Wait, don't I have some traps here?
Set this here.
She's just way too enthusiastic. It's kind of charming in a sense. Make it seem like this is gonna be tough.
Take cover up there, behind that rock.
Sure.
Here they are. Let's make it hurt, shall we?
Well, that's the whole point. All because we decided to take their kid prince that they couldn't indoctrinate. Wow, that's convenient. Oh, guess places elsewhere.
When one has to fight, one fights.
Yep. And one has to die, one has to die.
Well, that was entertaining, but I suspect we're not done.
You think?
More of the bastards. Get ready.
He sounds like a teacher. Oh, they're gonna have a special surprise when, you know, they get close. 2 arrow time.
Don't
I'm not. I'm just sniping.
A bit of a sweat.
What do you get when you got two pretty much legendary women who can kick so much can with the best of them? You have a party. I keep forgetting I have like trap mines. I mean, I wasn't not expecting to have it.
I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in the clear.
You're jinxing it.
A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This
Yeah.
one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
Wow, she really likes Aloy in that way. Whoa, that's a Thunderjaw. That's a corrupted Thunderjaw. Why do you... Again, I think Venetia is a lesbian. Nothing wrong with that, but... That looks like a weapon that I can use. Have some of your own medicine, mother. Did that just happen?
Get going. The boat is waiting for you.
We just took down a
The
big...
boat's waiting. Go!
Shut up! I just want to kind of like bask in that I took down a giant machine with their own weapon, and it was freaking glorious. Don't ruin this moment for me, you AIs.
That's what happens when you defy the Sundom.
Shut up, I did most of the work. Ah, that was awesome. That was more awesome than that should have been. We just took down a corrupted Thunderjaw who's souped up. Like he was like steroid junkie souped up. And it was glorious. That was so boss. We literally just took down that thing with complete ease, and it was boss.
Not exactly a royal barge, is it? Oh well, defectors can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we?
We literally had to kill two souped up heavy weapons, or robots, and still got away. Don't jinx it.
You've done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
I feel like the implications, we kind of toppled the Shadow Carja's when we think about it, we just toppled the Shadow Carja's democracy, or their government.
Welcome home. You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection. As is your mother, she will not be harmed. You have my word, Law of the Sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom.
She really
It will
has.
always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
That's charming. He's got game.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I
I'm
mean,
still getting paid, right?
yeah.
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
Okay.
Only the finest goods here.
We're letting the Ostrom take Duran. They'll give him a rap on the knuckles. I don't know.
Proper thing. Are we gonna see her Horizon Forbidden West? Again, everybody's literally referencing Forbidden West.
Well, I promise. Come take a look. I'll give you a good prize.
Again, people are literally referencing Forbidden West. Yeah, we'll come back to this.
She stood between the assassin and our Sun King.
Yeah, she kind of really just changed the whole government system of everything. Aloy's making some major changes in a very positive way. Can't complain. I mean, she's got my support. She's pretty much making necessary changes. I like how the guy is like, I'm still getting paid, right? Priorities, dude. Yeah, even I would be asking if I'm getting paid.
Up at the Citadel. I remember that
I like Venetia as a character. I just made the voice I'm just not crazy about. Maybe she's the weakest link. And there had to be her voice sounds kind of like not forced, it just doesn't, I don't know, something's odd about her voice. Well, anyway.
What are you waiting around for, Outlander? Bounties are announced inside.
Yeah, for the plot to kick in. Alright. Okay, so after doing that major side mission, so much happened in that side mission. It's actually crazy how much. I was kind of pleasantly shocked of how expensive, and yeah, I actually enjoyed it.
How much must we endure?
I guarantee you, we're gonna see Venetia. That
The balustrade.
The next, he's gone.
It's a short drop from there.
Some horrible dream.
Alright, back to the main plot. Just feels like we kind of forgot about the main plot. Clearly. I guarantee you, I think we're gonna see Venetia again. I just don't know when.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Well, we're gonna see you in person, dude.
I say you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, It's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Oh, okay, so point of no return. So, if we do this... Why would the game tell us that? I better save. I love when games do that too. It kind of lets us know, like, okay, I want to do all my side missions before that. So... Tell you what, I'm gonna save. Because Silence is saying that.
That woman said to meet her at a green tent down in the camp.
Maybe
worth a visit.
Aloy, what are you talking about? You already did that whole side mission. If you're talking about Venetia, you already took care of that.
Is there no one left to put our faith
in? Yeah, just because that's kind of like the point of no return, and even Silence is saying that. Let's save. And if it is the point of no return, like, this is pretty much major... Sure, clearly I'm gonna behave myself. On my way.
I imagine they hope to poison young Itaman's mind against his own people.
Itama is gone, guy. He already defected to... Clearly the NPCs are not aware that he's gone. I mean... Clearly they would most likely know he's gone, right? Alright, well, of course I'm gonna, like...
Sand in my throat. Burns.
Well, the sand's not edible, clearly. Alright, point of no return. And of course, if...
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Of course there's
a
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way.
We don't need
Hey!
to
Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
What's behind this door?
I underestimated. So by now,
Wait. going on? What is going on?
Guess you can't have everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn.
Here we are.
We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Clearly do. I have to. Alright, so now we're going to see Zero Dawn's origins. The way that Zero Dawn was presented, I think they nuked I think they nuked the US. I think it came to the point that they had to nuke the US. Like, they nuked it. That's my theory, but I'm not sure if I'm right. My friend would probably be laughing like, oh, yes, they totally did that. While he's misleading me. Another incident. Okay, what's all this about? Sounds like a riot went through. Like I said, my theory is either it had to do with basically they had to nuke the whole town, or they had to do something very drastic that. I mean, Ted Varro just he looked shocked. He looked pale as a ghost.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
He really just saved beverages and snacks in a facility like this. So was this supposed to be a hospital? Jeez. Yeah, I'm intentionally being silent because I'm actually being immersed in and engaged of what's going to happen next. I imagine Zero Dawn is just going to change everything I thought about this game.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Okay.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
ZB-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Playback?
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. And they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program.
Wait, what?
And it will not save us. Nothing will save us.
What do you mean?
Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason.
That is?
To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness.
Okay.
Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us.
Yeah.
I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Okay, so they kind of did a Nier Automata that basically Zero Dawn and Operation Enduring Victory were, in a sense, like fabrications. They were supposed to give us hope, even though the world was doomed. But how did she say they are? The way that Harris made it sounds like he knew that Earth was not going to survive, so he gave these guys a fighting chance. Or maybe it's... Well, the machines being affected, that was definitely Hades.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
That was such an excellent scene. It just felt like they were all screwed. Every time we hear about the old ones, or basically our civilization, it just gets so interesting.
No monstrous darkness should keep us from this code.
You dick. Alright. Did it bring you victory now?
Too close to the tribal crypt to stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Now I'm curious about Zero Dawn.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we could negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Yeah, they were doomed. They were so doomed. Everyone, they had no other choices. So this is the team that worked with Elizabeth Sobek.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing, dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution, liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
That aggression is understandable.
Want to discuss? Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations.
Yeah?
Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. but I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Man. End times. Well, he's not wrong.
You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Wow. That one got me. Yeah. Whenever... And what Tate's mom was saying about it being end times, that is kind of like relevant, and I don't mean to scare you guys, but that's kind of relevant to today too. Well, every day that we take a breath and every day that we pretty much go through our life, it can always be our last. Don't mean to scare you guys, but it could be. Because you never know. Anything could be like end times. God could say that, hey, this are end times. Repent, and I could go on, but yeah. End times and pretty much being like, this is the end. We're always there.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow, and you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
He's... he might sound crazy, but I don't think he's wrong. It's just that back then, probably, there was like more than 7 billion people. Like Leonard Nimoy, or basically Spock, said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And the guy's talking sense. Because not everyone can be saved. And they knew that too. Now, I'm curious of what Ted, because he royally screwed up. He pretty much doomed humanity in the most brutal way. There was just no way that they were going to survive. So, Zero Dawn, now I'm curious about. Yeah, they really made it seem like Zero Dawn was going to be, but it seems like Zero Dawn was like it's all BS.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere.
Hades.
An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia.
Gaia?
Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose.
Apollo?
Now these aren't AIs, but make
Poseidon.
no mistake. Each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good.
60 years?
How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Huh.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes.
Yeah.
By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then?
Yeah.
If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot?